So what's the scoop? Are herbs safe? Are they not safe? Could you be hurting your dogs or cats? Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. Before we get going too far in this video, I really encourage you to click down there to subscribe to my channel. Click somewhere over there to sign up for notifications. And for those of you who want even more of me, I'm now doing weekly Q&A live streams. Click the link further in the box below for more info. So you guys, what's the deal? Are herbs really dangerous? I've read an array of different things in print, online, giving warnings about all the potential things that are in herbal products that could harm yourself, your kids, your dogs, your cats. Making, even me as a pet owner and even having to be a veterinarian, making me kind of wonder, like, wait a second. So my first point is that herbs in general are very gentle, safe, healing products for your dogs, for your cats. They are in generally very dilute forms, Look at something like this, the green tea. It's a very diluted form. Let's just take, for instance, these pills, these anti-inflammatory pills, which are prescribed to millions and millions of dogs and unfortunately far too many cats every year throughout North America, and never mind worldwide. They are responsible, single most, for the highest reported incidence of adverse effects and side effects. I just finished reading one study in which the author did a PubMed search of all the listed and reported side effects, more serious ones, of herbal medicines and supplements. Are there side effects? Yes. Have there been serious side effects? Yes. Fortunately, very few. And in it, though, the author concludes with one big point, is to take this all in context, that these herbal supplements and these herbs are responsible, with less than 0.2% of reported adverse effects, where these conventional drugs are upwards of 6%. So it's really important that you take that all in context. Yes, they're widely used amongst ourselves, amongst the pet population, but they're responsible for very, very few proportional number of side effects. There are 5 herbs that can affect bleeding times, so making them slightly more prolonged. The biggest ones you're more likely to be giving your dog or your cat: garlic, ginger, clover, ginkgo, and feverfew. Generally, these are all safe herbs, but the big point here is you're going to be withdrawing them from your dog or your cat 1 or 2 weeks prior to any scheduled surgery. So the first more common one, and I saw this in veterinary practice, is this one. It's tea tree oil. So it's an essential oil. It's a very effective antifungal, antibacterial. It's been useful in a wide array of veterinary medicine applications, in particular, these non-healing fungal infections. The big point here is, though, it's not safe to be ingesting. And 2, and if you're using it, you want to make sure it's applied in a diluted form. So for instance, this tea tree oil here, it says on it that it's a 30% concentration. The most percent you want to apply to your dog is 1 or 2%. So to do that, you could still use this tea tree oil topically, in particular in an area where your dog's not going to lick, but you're applying 5 drops of the tea tree oil to 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and then applying that to your dog. Licorice tincture. It's used for dogs that have allergies. In particular, it's seen as a corticosteroid replacement. A couple of important things about licorice. You want to make sure that your dog has healthy liver function, kidney function for them to be on it. That your dog is not a diabetic, because it can raise blood sugar. And your dog doesn't have any underlying heart disease, because it can elevate blood pressure. In general, though, the tincture itself is pretty darn safe. There's relatively few reported side effects. And you can always start at a low dose, so much lower than the typical dose of 1 ml per 40 pounds of body weight twice daily. And secondly, you're meant to be giving it just short term. It's not meant to be giving as a long-term treatment. So whether you're just treating your dog for a 2-week period of time, generally then you're not going to run into the incidence of side effects. This herb here, Valerian, Once again, it's generally a safe herb. A couple important points about it though to avoid side effects. First of all, you don't want to be using it if your dog has underlying liver disease. Secondly, once again, it's not meant for a long-term treatment. It's meant to be used for specific conditions, such as specific period of, say, noise anxiety, or you're trying to provide some type of muscle spasm relief, and or some type of natural pain relief. And so when it's given for those particular situations and it's generally not given long-term, once again, it's quite safe. Kava Kava is another herbal tincture that I've discussed. It's quite popular for people. In particular, it seems that, and it has an array of different studies actually showing that it is beneficial for anxiety. There have been some reported cases of side effects, in particular with people. It's been primarily attributed to the ethanol-based tinctures. And once again, too, it's not meant long-term for our pets. And so you just being aware of that. If you've got a dog that's on Kava Kava for whatever reason, ideally they're not on the ethanol-based tincture and something like a glycerin base. Wormwood is a herb that is used as a natural dewormer. It's one that I encourage you not to be giving to your dogs and your cats. It's very difficult to eliminate parasites via some type of herb. Wormwood has been associated with an array of different side effects. In particular, it's just very irritating to the intestinal tract and it can make your dogs, your cats very sick. So my suggestion there is just avoid using that herb internally. Can there be side effects from the herbal medications? Yeah, you bet. But are they a lot safer than the majority of the conventional drugs? Yes, too.